Hi, I'm Mike Bellevue, and I write for Combat Handguns and for Guns of the Old West. And I'm out here at the range today on a beautiful winter day, and I thought it would be a great day to take my KImber Super Carry Pro out and put it through its paces. So let's see what this gun can do. Well, this is my KImber Super Carry Pro. It's a commander size 4-inch barrel, 1911. It has an aluminum alloy frame, so it is very lightweight, very handy to carry. It's carry friendly also because it has KImber's round butt design. This is a lot like an Ed Brown bobtail, but instead of being at an angle, it's a rounded butt. It keeps it from printing as much when you're wearing it concealed, and it's also very comfortable in your palm. It has kind of custom pattern for the charging slots. It's basically almost like a fish scale pattern. That pattern repeats itself to cut down on glare on top of the slide and to provide a grip on the front strap and on the back strap. So on the whole, it's pretty nice. It's got a slightly flared muzzle, ambidextrous safeties, which are very handy, and an aluminum trigger, and a full-length guide rod, as you saw a second ago. So this is a very lightweight, excellent concealed carry piece. It gives you enough barrel to be accurate, and it gives you a full 7-rounder with the KImber Pro magazines, or ProTac magazines, or with some Chip McCormick's, or some others. You can get 8 rounds. I'll be honest with you, I always load 8-round magazines with 7. I think they're more reliable that way, but you know, if you've got good ones that you feel confident with, you can certainly load them with 8. It's got combat style sights that are 3-dot, so much faster to pick. The rear sight is really nice. It's not the sloped Novaks that you see so often, or Novak clone sights that you see so often on combat type handguns. This has a good solid shelf on it, and if you only had one hand available, you could catch this sight on a table or a chair or the edge of a wall, and you could still rack that slide with one hand. I think these are excellent sights. I generally carry this in either a Don Hume slide, which I've showed before, which has a small anchoring loop and a main belt loop and pulls it very close to the body, so it's excellent for concealed carry. Or, particularly for summertime, I'll use a Galco Triton holster that is made out of Kydex. It's impervious to sweat, and that makes it a really good summertime choice. Now for wintertime, inside the waistband carry, I use this Don Hume, and this is my most often used holster. I use this with this gun and with my 3-inch 1911. And this is just an excellent piece. It's reinforced at the top so it stays open when you draw, so you can reholster. This belt clip, a lot of people don't like belt clips, but this is extremely strong. Grabs a belt that does not move. Yet when you're in the house and you want to take it off and put it aside, it's very easy to take it off and then put it back on as soon as you're going out. You don't have to mess around with your belt or do anything, so a pretty handy carry option. Well, it's so cold today. I think the paint is actually freezing on Evil Roy instead of drying. But Evil Roy is set up downrange, so let's go see if we can bust him. These gloves don't have as good a grip as I would like, which is why I'm shooting barehanded on this side, but man, it's cold. It's like 22 degrees out right now. And that's why this is one of my favorite carry guns. Let's try a few water bottles with the Super Carry Pro. All right, now that's really the last man standing. I can't let that guy get away with it. That's better. We get quite a bit of zombie bottle juice down there in the snow now. The Super Carry Pro features a belled muzzle, no barrel bushing, and a full-length guide rod, which means disassembly is a little bit more tricky than with a standard 1911. You basically have to compress the recoil spring and capture it with a small pin that KImber provides. Now you can disassemble it without doing that, which you can't do on the 3-inch models, but on this you've got a little bit of wiggle room, but it is really hard. So I recommend you do it the suggested way. Well, let's put the KImber Super Carry Pro on some clay birds and see if I can hit any. I never get tired of that. Well, let's finish up with the bad guy's view of the Super Carry Pro.